Lilongwe today is not just making noise, it's making history. Zachitika ngati movie ya Hollywood. Komandi hapa nseche. When former President Peter Mutharika returned to Lilongwe for his first official step into the presidential race, the city went from calm to chaos. Like a switch flipped and boom, Malawi's political heartbeat started racing. Streets full, phones out, chants echoing the great return. Even the wind seemed to gossip about it. This is not just a political comeback, it's a full-blown Lilongwe phenomenon with fans, critics and curious bystanders, all tangled in one national spectacle. So let's dive into the 8 jaw-dropping Zodabwisa moments that define this historic arrival and why everyone from Zuzu to Mangochi can't stop talking about it. When Peter Mutharika's convoy rolled into Lilongwe, it wasn't just a political entrance, it was the return of the dawn. Convoys gliding, sirens howling, NBC cameras rolling, and the crowd? Packed tighter than maize sacks before harvest. Some waved flags, others sang old DPP tunes like it was 2014 again. Nditu abwera mwini chipani, one woman shouted, tears in her eyes. Yet you could see skeptics in the corner saying, tione konga tindima promiso kawa. That mix of joy and judgment painted a perfect Malawian scene. But as they say in Lilongwe, where there's clapping, there's whispering, and the whisper started fast. The moment Mutharika waved to the crowd, half the city erupted in cheers, the other half side-eyes and skeptical chuckles. One man yelled, "Welcome back, Professor," while another muttered, "Tibwereleku old story apa." You could feel the tension dance through the air like an uninvited mosquito. You can't see it, but you feel it bite. Phones were up, live streams on TikTok and Facebook blowing up. Within minutes, hashtags like Mutharika returns and Lilongwe vibes trended. But among the cheers, political analysts whispered, is Malawi ready for déjà vu politics? Well, that question found its first test when the microphone crackled and Mutharika started talking. Fellow Malawians, he began, calm but commanding. Every word dropped like thunder. He spoke about stability, leadership, and, of course, the promise of a better tomorrow. Yet halfway through, someone shouted from the crowd, "Tikufuna nchito, osatima slogan." You could almost hear the collective gasp. But Mutharika, seasoned as ever, smiled and replied in Chichewa, "Nchito zibwera ngati pale mtendere." Boom! Crowd explodes again. Some nodded, others rolled eyes. It was politics as theater, drama as diplomacy. And if you thought that was bold, wait until you hear what happened outside that speech tent, because that's where real Malawi started vibing. Outside the event, Lilongwe streets looked like a festival. Vendors sold roasted maize, branded "Welcome Back" corn. Others sold DPP scarves and blue berets. Children danced to old campaign songs, and the air was thick with a mix of dust, diesel, and pure excitement. NBC drones flew above, capturing every movement like an action film. Even boda drivers turned into impromptu reporters, shouting updates as they sped by. The whole thing felt like Lilongwe was pressing record on history itself. But behind all that laughter and music, something deeper was brewing, a message that hinted at serious political moves. Mutharika wasn't just waving and smiling, he was sending a coded signal. The old lion is back in the game. In his speech, he hinted at restoring order, bringing leadership to its rightful home. Analysts decoded that line faster than a WhatsApp rumor, meaning, Lilongwe, brace for a comeback tour. Government insiders whispered about reshuffling influence, strategic alliances, and even policy revisits. For many, this visit marked the unofficial launch of a 2025 comeback bid. But the power game doesn't stop in boardrooms. It spills straight into the hearts and streets of Malawians.
Reactions were split like Nsima and relish. Same meal, different taste. In Blantyre, supporters lit fireworks. In Mzuzu, some said, "We've heard these songs before." Meanwhile, Lilongwe folks proudly claimed, "We hosted the return." That regional tug-of-war revealed Malawi's true pulse. Everyone wants a piece of history, but not everyone trusts the chef cooking it. Political commentators said this moment reignited regional loyalty debates, reminding us that leadership here isn't just national, it's emotional. And speaking of emotions, the faces on the ground told stories no newspaper could print. From Area 18 to City Center, people left work early just to catch a glimpse. Taxi drivers turned their headlights into blue torches of support. One woman was overheard saying, "Ngati ya Kubweranso, ayenera kukala osiana nikale." If he returns, he better be different this time. The atmosphere was a cocktail of nostalgia, hope, and cautious optimism. Lilongwe's heart was beating fast, but its mind stayed watchful. After all, politics in Malawi is a dance. One step forward, one step, let's see first. And while people were still digesting the drama, social media exploded like a burst packet of chips. By the evening, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook were a battlefield. Memes of Mutharika's return flooded timelines, some supportive, some sarcastic. One viral post showed him stepping off the car with the caption, "Part 2, the professor strikes again." Influencers debated policies, while university students edited cinematic montages with soundtracks from The Lion King. Lilongwe had turned into both a news headline and a meme factory. That's Malawi's new era of politics. If it didn't trend, did it even happen? But when the hashtags cool down and the noise fades, one thing stays clear. Power never arrives quietly. And there you have it, the 8 most jaw-dropping Zodabwisa moments from Peter Mutharika's return to Lilongwe. Whether you cheered, doubted, or just watched from your phone, one thing's for sure. Malawi's story just took a thrilling new twist. If you love breaking news with humor, insight, and a bit of Malawian spice, subscribe to @GlobalPulseNews right now. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into our nation's most dramatic headlines. And hey, don't forget to check out our sister channels @SparklingKids and @RimaFatima, where learning meets laughter for the little ones. Stay sharp, stay curious. This is Global Pulse News, where every headline has a heartbeat.